Shalom. This is THAWADAH from GMS Germany with a new lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor, thanks unto YAHAWAH, BARAK, YAHUSHI, BARAK, KABAD. I want to give double honors to the elders, apostles, and millstone, who tell us the truth, peace and blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel, the brothers, the argument that pushes truth and dungeon sincerity across the four winds, and shalom to the elect and the 44,000. What is this all about? That you all say shalom. This lesson will be about basic persecution, dreams of persecution, basically, because the last few weeks I had a couple of dreams of persecution, and I just want to briefly go through them. I'm going to link them up with the precepts, because through all this persecution that was basically showed in these dreams, showed in these visions, probably the Lord delivered me, myself, and the other brothers that was involved in them, to all of them, you know. So I'm gonna start with the first one. So we're gonna be bringing up the what is it called? Going through the precepts, of course, the spring of YAHAWASHI, but also mention the visions. So I want to start with the first one that I had, just briefly, not going into depth into it because it's gonna take a while then, but briefly going into it. So the first vision was like I was in a basic hospital where newborns be born, and I was there with two brothers from GMS Holland camp, and they basically, I looked around and looked at them and said they're AHTHA babies, so basically looking like Israelites but are not, you know, so looked like basically all either my father's and Israel mother. And then the head of the GMS Holland camp flipped on me and basically told me where I know from. And then I looked at this one Edomite, I pointed at him and said, if this is the father of this child, then this is a AHTHA baby. And then this Edomite that I pointed on said, we have to leave. And I looked to the two other brothers, to Akim, and said, and then I looked at him again and said, oh, we have to leave. Why we have to leave? What's wrong? Why we have to leave? Only because you Edomite telling us this, basically. And then he got a little bit furious, and then the child, an older child of him, popped up, also AHTHA baby, and said basically, yeah, so you are these men that talking about that Jesus is black. And I said, so and I basically responded to it, said like, so because he said it in a what's called despising manner, and I responded like, if this be basically the true description of what the Bible speaks of, like it says in Revelation 1:13, and then in the 10th chapter, if the Lord is a dark-skinned man, so why we shouldn't bring it out? Something to this effect. I can't remember the exact words, but with the words, basically I confounded them. This is why I want to get the precept in Luke, and it's 21 and 10, 12 Salaki, but it says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you. When you're going through the word persecution, because I looked it up, it means oppression for one holding, for the holding of a belief or opinion. Okay, so basically, of your opinion, your faith. Okay, persecution, damage, affliction, suffering, and then it goes deeper into it. It says here, okay, a noun of action from past participle stem from persequi, to follow, pursue, hunt down. Okay, so basically they're hunting us down for the truth. Proceed against, persecute, start a legal action. When you go here to pair, forward, hence through, and sequi, follow. So it's through follow. Okay, so following us, hunting us down. Okay, and that's the thing, because when we go back to Luke, it says here, persecute you, so hunting us down and delivering you up to the synagogues and into the prisons, female camps, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake, for Yahawashi's name. So we're going to be brought for kings, in front of kings and rulers for Yahawashi's sake, and it shall turn to you for a testimony. They're going to come to us for a testimony. Let's go look up real quick the word testimony. And Salaki, if my English is a little bit stuck, because I didn't do an English lesson in a while, but I started doing lessons like that again, YAHAWAH, more and more, to edify the body, even with the English tongue, because like Elder Pastor Gabar said in one of the camp sessions, not from this week, the week before, from the 5th of December, I think, he was going into it, and we should make important lessons in the English tongue also, you know, and that's the thing. So, yeah, I wanted to go into a testimony. So like if my speech is a little bit hanging, a little bit slower, you know, concerning the things that I say, or I have to think sometimes of words, so forgive me for that, BARAK. Testimony. And it says, Salakia, proof or demonstration of a fact, evidence, piece of evidence. So they want to prove, okay, proof. See, legal testimony, sworn statement of a witness. So we have to give a statement of our faith, okay. Going back to Luke, and it says, and they shall turn to you for a testimony. Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what you shall answer. So we shouldn't think about premeditate upon things that we should answer. Like, when the RAWCHAA got me, I'm gonna say this, like in the vision, because the popped in my mind quick. It just came out, because it says verse 15, for I will give you a mouth of wisdom and wisdom. I will give you a mouth and wisdom. So YAHWAH will give us words to speak and a wisdom that we can basically proceed them out, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. So basically our adversaries, our enemies, won't be able to gainsay anything, because in the vision, when I told this tad baby the truth, he couldn't say anything. And I didn't have premeditated to go into the corner and think about it. YAHWAH brought him out quick. Okay? So going back to the vision, what is it called? Going back to the dream that I had. So after basically to the spirit of YAHWAH, the tad baby got confounded, the tad man got confounded. I basically, the two brothers and I was in another room, because before, like I said, the Edomite got furious and flipped out. And then we was in another room, another setting. And then let me just show you. So then the head of the camp of Holland was basically like this. Okay. So like, yeah, I wanted to just zoom in. He was hanging like this, like lynching, on the rope in the hospital room. Like you can imagine. Let me show you this. Lights. So like, I want to get a good picture. Like this, you can imagine. Where is it again? Right here. So like here, you have these lights right here, and it was like basically the rope was going from here up to here, and he had it down here. So like you're going down and basically tied it somewhere. And then the one brother and I came in, and he screamed the camp leader's name, which is Naka, and run to the rope and cut it loose. And while this happened, you have to imagine right here was like a heater hanging, you know. Let me just look up got the picture of the heater. German, because it was a heater like this. No, German. Yeah, like this. The heater was looking like this. Okay, it was looking like this. And it was right here where the oven is, or where the oven is, or whatever the English word is, Salakia. It was right here, and the Edomite was standing here, but first he was here because the brother cut him down, cut the camp leader loose, and then the Edomite came and punched him out, and the camp leader is no small dude. He's a big dude, so I was in shock because I saw that he punched him out with one hit. He was knocked out, and then he was going up here, up and down, basically was in wrath, and then he just started swinging around him. Swinging, and then this heater just basically broke. It's metal. it's really hard, and he just with one punch hit it, basically destroyed it. So it showed that he had supernatural strength, you know. And then to the spirit, I was amazed for a second. Then I ran to him and just bear hugged him, you know, from behind. Like this from behind, and basically controlled him like this. I had him like this, just standing up, even though he was taller than me, but I had him like this. And so what I have to understand, or what I understood through the vision, through talking to other brothers, is that I had supernatural strength too, because to contain a guy that basically broke things just by one punch, breaking them, destroying them, I had supernatural strength too, to basically just hug him like this and keep him. And then the other brother came up and gave him multiple punches and knocked his ass out basically. This happened in this vision, in this dream. And it showed me that YAHWAH got us, even though we're going to go through trials, tribulation. And also what I'm going to go, what I'm going to get is the Isaiah 59 real quick. Let me get it real quick here. I'm going to get the Isaiah 59:19, because through talking to a brother, we perceived that it's talking about Esau and his military might. And basically, we overcome the standard lifted up against him, you know. In this Isaiah 59:19, it says, "So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come like a flood with his military might." Okay, the spirit of Yahweh shall lift up a standard against him. Okay, so we're going to get the supernatural power, the spiritual powers. And YAHWAH in his dream, in his vision, gave me the strength to basically hold this. Because when I think about him, he reminds me of, let me look it up, Rafi. He wasn't in this form. One piece. Okay. He wasn't. Let me just check. No, not this. Right here. But he looked like this anime, basically, of Rafi. Right, this like this. When I think about back, he looked like this, but he wasn't in his human form, but had the strength like him. When you wanna basically, because in the I watched One Piece, and he basically took a lot of spirits in him and had this supernatural strength. This is what he did, and this the same way as he is right here. The Edomite in the dream seemed to me like this. He had a lot of spirits in him. This is why he had strength, like the Legion. Like, yeah, man, and that's the spirit. Let me get it real quick in Mark the 5th chapter, if I remember right. Let me get it real quick in Mark chapter 5. Mark chapter 5. Come. And it says, Mark chapter 5 verse 1, "And they came over unto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately they met him out of the tombs." So basically out of the graves. Let me look up tombs real quick. Tombs. Let me go to tombs definition. Tombs definition. It says a large vault, typically an underground one, for burying the dead. So basically out of graves. Okay, he came from graves. And right here, a man with unclean spirits. It's like it met him a man with unclean spirits, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him. See, no man could bind him, no, not with chains. So he basically had supernatural strength to these demons. And this is what this guy had too. I perceive it just right now in this lesson, because before that I didn't even thought about it. But when I think back, I perceive him like this, you know. Verse 4, "Because he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked as under by him." So he basically broke them loose all the time. "And the fetters broken in pieces," so he broke them in pieces, destroyed them, "neither could any man tame him." So no man could tame him. So because why? Because there's supernatural strength. But in this vision, in this dream, I could tame him. I could tame him, and basically the other brother could hit him. Because normally when you have supernatural strength, these hits of normal person don't bother you. But the brother was knocking his out, you know. And this was just a beautiful vision, the first one that I want to share. Then going basically to the second vision. So this was the first vision that the Lord basically delivered us. So this was the first persecution basically and he delivered us. So the second was the second vision. Let me think about it. Come. So the second vision that the brother had, not I myself had, the brother had, was we came out with a card. Let me look it up. Card. Yeah, we came out of a store with a card like this, with a grocery card. That's how I perceived it. Was from another brother, but I and the brother from GMS Germany, Salakia, Yaquab, basically the head of the camp, was involved in the stream. So we basically went into a grocery shop and came out with a cart like this full of food, and then 2/3 Jakes around it came, basically went to the shop, but the shop was empty, and we came out, and the elder brother or the leader of the camp said, "Hey, we told you so, we told you so," basically showing them to basically warning them, "We warned you, and now you can't get the food anymore," because it's basically speaking about the famine of the word, you know. Let me just get a preach real quick on that. Let me just share it real quick. So like, yeah, going to Amos 8 and 11. Of course, it's just the things that I see, but some other brothers interpret the dreams probably different. But how I see, there's always the persecution coming, hunting us down, locking us up, but the Lord delivering us. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, not thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahawah. So Yahawah is gonna put a famine of word in there, because this word is food. It's food. It's described as water. It's just basically described as wine. The darkness described as wine, and also the bread. Okay, verse 12. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from north even to the east, because there was Russian in there, and they were coming out. And then the brother was telling them, "And we told you so." They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahawah, and not shall not find it. See, so they're gonna go from north to east, west, everywhere in this world, to seek the word of Yahawah, but not find it. And this is what we approach right now, the famine of the word. And that they shall the fair virgins and young men faint for thirst. Faint for thirst of what? Of the word of Yahawah, because it's living water, like it says in Ephesians 5 and 26. So it was going into the store, coming out, and basically had let me look at this like this. Picture like this. We had it full of good stuff, full of good food, basically filled up to the max. And then we came out of the store, and they grabbed the brother, because he said basically, "We told you so." So they grabbed him up, like we read in Luke. Okay, and this is why I just want to get a precept like this, real quick from this precept real quick. This Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. It says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Because we are blessed, because they're persecuting us. This is fulfilling prophecy, and we are blessed because they persecute us for righteousness' sake, because we're speaking the truth in Yahawah. So then, what happened? They took him into a car, and I jumped up and ran to the car, opened the door, and basically took a gun from one of them and shot the whole car up, and delivered the brother out of it. And this was basically the second vision of persecution and deliverance, you know, because we don't have to worry how Yahawah could deliver us, like it says in let me get the preach real quick. In Psalms, what was it, 30? I think it was 33. Let me look it up in my Bible real quick. So look here. Psalms. Yeah, let me get Psalms 33 and 19. And it says, let me start at 18. Behold, the eye of Yahawah is upon him that feareth him. What is the eye? The angel. See, the eye of Yahawah is upon him, upon them that fear him. So we fear in Yahawah, which is the beginning of knowledge. Upon them that hope in his mercy is what we're doing. We hope in his mercy. We're hoping that we are chosen. We're hoping that he's going to have mercy upon us, because we're wicked. We're all wicked. We're all sold on a sin. Verse 19. Disappoint to deliver their soul from death. Because what you thinking would happen to the brother if he would stay in the car? he would basically be put to death. They would torture him, put him to death or something like that. But then the Lord put a spirit upon me in his vision to basically deliver him out of it. So the Lord just used me as a tool to deliver the brother and keep him alive in famine. See, in the famine, there's a spirit too. We alive in the famine because the people came in wanted the card basically from us. They wanted the food from us, but they couldn't get it. Verse 20. I was so waiting for Yahawah. He's our help and our shield. See, so YAHAWASHI is our help and our shield because we wait for him, because we wait upon him, and not of Esau or anything else. Okay, and that's the thing. So this was the second vision. It's gonna be probably like 3 or 4 visions or dreams I had. Then the third dream was like, it's just a quick dream. I was in a what is it called, building with many floors. Let me look it up like this. Go to images. Yeah, it was like, you can imagine like this, and it was still working on it, and you could go in there and basically you like in the movie, I was walking in there, and then what is it called, and then I was walking in there, and there was a, let me look it up, guy like, yeah, perfectly like this, he looked like this. Okay, like in this picture here, he was coming into this building and said to me, hey, go down, I'm gonna shoot you. And I didn't even have time to react, and he was shooting at me with like these bullets, big ones like this. Okay, he basically had what is it called, he basically shot at me like this with these big bullets, and I was like, okay. And without even thinking about it, my basically, let me put it like this. Yeah, okay, not like this, but like normal bullets from a gun, but they seem to me so big. I would say like wait, I don't know anything about guns, so I would say just like this one. Okay, I don't know, maybe even a little bit smaller, but these bullets, what came out of it, I basically, where's a good image of it? Like this, that's a experiment. That's a JCAN 2 probably. So I had my hand like this, but all squeezed together to this, from this side to this side. Okay, like these two fingers right here, you know. And these bullets, I made them so small that they fit between these two fingers, between the pointing finger and the middle finger. Basically, I made them so small that they fit between them, because the big bullets, like this, YAHAWASHI gave me basically spiritual power to small them and to catch them all like in the Matrix. So he had shot like boom, 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 boom multiple times, and I basically catch them all and dropped it on the floor. You know, let me just let me just go to images, not to yeah, like this. So basically, what happened? I had my hand like this. This is a perfect image. I had my hand squeezed like this, but instead of holding them, I caught them all between it. I caught them all. He shot at me. I was like, catch them all and then drop them on the ground like it was nothing. So basically, I got persecuted by what is it called? Salakia. Basically, but got persecuted, and the Lord delivered me. That's basically the title. Persecution, deliverance from YAHAWASHI. Visions of persecution, deliverance from YAHAWASHI, because the FBI agent was really shooting at me. He had no mercy. He was coming down with his wrath. Let me get it real quick. Revelation 12:12, you know. And also, again, Isaiah 59:19, man. Revelation 12:12, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, Esau Edom, is come down unto you, having great wrath, is full of wrath, because he knoweth that it is but a short time. So he's going to come down with his great wrath. He's going to come down with his draconian measures. He's going to come down with, or coming down right now, with these different law changes. You know, you see Esau coming down with this great wrath, you know, and basically persecuting this world, but especially the men of the Lord, you know, and this is what we see more and more. And basically, the Lord delivered me out of it, because when I think about it, these, I could never basically, because I was walking into what is it called, in this big building. Hey, yeah, big building. Oh, but I wanna, maybe I get a bigger, better construction. Get a bigger, better image that yeah, like this. Hey, the YAHAWAH. So it was like this picture, but it was like still working. It wasn't finished yet. So I was walking in there, and then out of nowhere he came from one behind these what is it called again? Not bars, but pillars from at YAHAWAH, from the pillars. He came around and said, "Hey, go on your knees, I'm gonna shoot you." And right as he said shoot you, he shot boom, 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 multiple times, basically his whole magazine. And I caught them all, like I showed you here in the Matrix, in this. And I had to make the bullets so small that it fit basically between my two fingers, to the spring of YAHAWAH. I had another piece in my mind in Isaiah. Let me look it up in my scriptures real quick. Isaiah, I think it was 30th chapter, or no. Let me look it up real quick. No, it wasn't the 30th. It was a different chapter. Give me a second, Babak. Bear with me 1 second. What was it again? So lucky. Basically, I think I got it here in Zechariah chapter 12. Because, let me get this real quick. Psalms 18:34, and it says, Salaki, and it says, King David who speaks, he teacheth my hands, YAHAWASHI, teacheth David's hands to war, to basically be in warfare, to fight, so that the bow of steel is broken by my arms. See, so that the bow of steel, steel is broken by his arms, and I had the spiritual power to basically minimize the steel. Okay, but there's another precept in let me look it up real quick. Zechariah 12:8. I know this one. And the precept YAHAWAH that are written, because I didn't read this Isaiah in a while. This is Zechariah chapter 12:8 and Isaiah 40. I was right, man. Hey, the YAHAWAH. Isaiah 40. Yeah, right there it is. Let me get it real quick. This is Isaiah. Isaiah 40. Isaiah 40 and right here 29. Oh, let me restart it. 28. Hast thou not known? Thou hast not heard that the everlasting power, YAHAWAH, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding. And that's beautiful, because YAHAWAH don't faint. He's basically the ultimate with infinite energy. Okay, Salakia. But verse 29, he giveth power to the faint. See, because basically I was in a faint position, because let's look up the word faint real quick. Okay, because I was in a basically defense position, and YAHAWAH delivered me, because it was only YAHAWAH, because I just reacted. I didn't even thought about it. See, exhausted, enfeebled, weak. See, because in the eyes of the world we are weak. YAHAWAH makes us strong. But going back, and to them that have no might, he increases strength. See? So I didn't have might in the situation, because I didn't have a gun. I didn't have any weapon of war. YAHAWAH increased my strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary. See, the young ones shall be faint and shall be weak and weary. And the young men shall utterly fall. See, young men shall fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall renew their strength. But we, YAHAWAH, that wait upon YAHAWAH, gonna renew our strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. So we're gonna get basically power to fly. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. See, so we won't be faint anymore. We're gonna get the spiritual powers. That's what the Lord showed me in this vision, man. You know, like Neo, if I remember right, you know, catching these bullets, but just between my fingers, man. He pulled a whole magazine, and I just caught them between my fingers, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh. It was beautiful. So it was this basically third vision, and then I had another vision. The fourth one, I don't want to make it too long, but I just want to go through them. The fourth vision, so like, yeah, the fourth vision that was like this. Yeah, it was, the fourth vision was, or the fourth dream was that my boss from my job wanted to persecute me, really persecuted me, wanted to kill me. He didn't want to just fire me, he just wanted to kill me. So I was on the run, and I just had this precept come into my mind, this Matthew 10:23, and it says, but when they persecute you in this city, okay, flee into another. For verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. And of course, talking about 7 AD, but we can apply it to this time right now. So Yahweh had me in this spirit, like it says also in 2 chapter 16. Let me go up a little bit. And what is it? 40. Yeah, 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to their battle, and in those evils be even as a pilgrim upon the earth. And this was the spirit that was in. I was like a pilgrim upon the earth. I was jumping from place to place, hiding from the boss, because he was like a like Venom. Okay, like I talked to a brother, the brother Jacob in this morning, and he was like a Venom. And with, I can get a good picture. Basically, was shooting at him, and he could transform his body, and basically move like Venom. Okay, so like he could make a hole. See, he basically make a hole between him and the bullets, because somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody wanted to shoot him with a shotgun. So shot him, boom, and basically the bullets just went through him. So this demon basically was really like a demon that wanted to kill me, you know. But then I was in this mentality, like right here. Gone. Well, let me start at 22, and Matthew 10:22, and he should be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he didn't do it until the end. The same shall be saved, because of the hatred they hate against us. They're gonna come after us, you know. And this would happen. So basically, Lord delivered me out of this also, because I went to the job, to my plantation, and checked on a colleague and my boss. Because it was a higher boss, it was like the boss of the region. It wasn't like my boss, it was the boss of the region who wanted to kill me. So I perceived maybe something gonna happen on my job, you know. Maybe the higher boss wanted basically fire me or something. Just prepare my mind for Yahawah. But being in this thing, seeing he basically can transform himself, and I was at this job checking out where he is, what he's doing, what he's planning, and then he popped up. But then, like Yahawashi right here in Matthew chapter 12 and verse basically 14, then the Pharisees went out and held counsel against him, against Yahawashi, how they might destroy him. So I wanted to know what they had in the council, right? Verse 15, but when Yahawashi knew it, he withdrew himself from thence, so he basically sneaked out, and this is what I did. I sneaked out, I vanished, and he couldn't get me. So Yahweh let me go there, even see him, you know, see what he gonna go. I don't know what he wanted to do with me, but basically come against me. Basically seen him because somebody wanted to shoot him, but they couldn't. And then I bounced off, and the Lord delivered me. And great multitudes followed him and healed them, and he healed them all. Yahushua healed the whole multitudes and charged them that they should not make mention of him. So basically, that they know that they don't talk about him or make mention of him. Be like, yeah, he's here. This was the mighty Son of God, so on and so forth. And the same thing, because I remember right, was talking to the colleague, and the boss like, hey, don't tell that I was here, and then I just sneaked away, you know. So this was the basically fourth dream, and then I had another dream, but I can't remember right now. The Harats are gonna come later, you know. Wait, how does I say? So like, going back to, they had some precepts because they basically persecuted Yahushua, right? It says here, John 15 and verse 16, and it says, and therefore did the Jews persecute Yahushua and sought to slay him. That's what they did. That's what the boss wanted to do with me, because he had done these things on the Sabbath day, on the Shabbat. Okay, and I had the priest in my mind right now popping in the Psalms chapter 34 verse 7. Because in these times the Lord gonna give us, like the elder brother from another camp said wisely, really beautifully, that like who was it again? Like in the book of Luke, when the angel was speaking to Joseph, Yahushua's father, in the vision, that he should basically get out of was Nazareth? Bethlehem or Nazareth, one of these two places. Let me look it up. Matter of fact, let me look it up real quick. In Luke chapter 1. Luke chapter, what was it, verse 2? Luke, give me just a second. Luke chapter 1, yeah. Or was it Matthew? Give me a second. Bear with me 1 second. No, it was then Matthew chapter 2. One of these two chapters. Yeah, Matthew chapter 2, Salakis. Matthew chapter 2, not Luke. Matthew chapter 2 in verse 11, I think. And it says, when they were coming to the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, talking about basically the wise men coming to Yahushua's birth, and fell down and worshipped him. And they opened their treasures, and they presented him gifts, gold, and frankincense and myrrh. Verse 12, and being warned of the Most High in a dream. See, so basically there was even warned, it's the spirit, that they should not return to Herod, so the king basically over Jerusalem or Israel in this time, the Edomite ruler. They departed into their own country another way. And right here, verse 13, and when they were departed, behold, the angel of Yahweh appeared to Joseph in a dream, saying, arise, take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt. So basically, the angel came and basically delivered them. Okay? Basically, the angel wanted them to basically go out of there, go move out and flee, and be there until I bring you word. So till I talk to you again, the angel said to Joseph, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him, so to kill him. And that's the thing. So this what I perceived, and this what the brother beautifully said, that we basically, RAWCHAA, in these times, the Lord gonna give us signs and basically guide us in these times. I want to get real quick, this is priest I would have had before in my mind, Psalms 34:7. The angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them, they fear him and delivered them. So basically, let's go real quick in the word deliver. Delivereth in Hebrew is chalatazah, and it says to remove, draw out, draw off, take off, withdraw, equip for war. So basically, he gonna equip us for war and also rescue us, deliver us. Okay, and that's the thing. Come. So basically, delivering us and rescuing us and equipping us for the times to come. That's what these angels gonna do. Because if you're in Yahweh Shem camp around about us, let's real quick go into the word camp, which means chana, the Hebrew chana, to decline, incline, encamp, bend down, lay siege against, decline, encamp. So let's look up real quick encamp. A depiction to get a better, that we get a better understanding on it. So like it, encamp, oh, so like it, encamp. Let me put an encamp only real quick. Don't have a good image. Yeah, basically building a fence and camp on one like this, like you see, like they build a wire, basically like a fence around the city. or like this here. See, so basically camping around. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, the angels gonna be around us, protecting us, and that's the thing. So yeah, so going back to John chapter 15 and verse 20, because they persecuted Yahawashi, right? So they're gonna persecute us. John 15:20. Remember the word that I said unto you. See, Yahawashi who speaks, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they persecute me, so if they gonna hunt us down, Yahawashi down, Salaki, they will also persecute you. So if they hunted down Yahawashi, the same thing gonna happen to us, because like it says in Ecclesiastes 1:9, there's no new thing under the sun. And the thing is talking about the souls of men. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. So there's no new thing under the sun. They basically gonna hunt us down like in the times before, 2,000 years ago, and even before they were like to hunt down the prophets. Okay, they're gonna try it, but Yahawashi is gonna protect us. Okay, just finish off Matthew 5:11. Blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you. See, speak evil of you and persecute you, hunt you down. Shall say all men of evil against you falsely for my sake. So they basically cussing us out for Yahawashi's sake. What they're doing. Rejoice and be exceeding glad. Be happy, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. See, so it's all. History repeats himself. Okay, we see that they hunted down our forefathers, so they're hunting us down right now. Okay, so the time that we end right, we're coming in, and more, seeing the time approaching. But I had this one vision and one dream. Basically, if not, I'm gonna do part 2, if I remember again, because I didn't took notes, I just recorded them, but that was a while ago, so I just did it from the back of my mind. But there was the other dream. Yeah, let me talk about this dream. So there was the other dream, where basically the brothers of Holland and we 2 brothers of Germany was in 2 separate cars, and we was driving somewhere in the convoy, and fire struck down, or lightning struck down, and basically destroyed, or something happened, explosion happened, and destroyed some cars in front of us. So we went basically circumspectly out, wisely out, and checked out one car. Was like, okay, the brother's not in there. The next car, the brother's not in there. The third car basically was in there, and then this Edomite opened the car from the side of the brothers and took something out. It looked like medicine or some herbs. It's like some things in the box, but basically bound them together, and then ran off. And I was like, hey, what the hell? And then I just basically loaded up energy, not by focused myself, and started running and hunting them down. And I just heard my mother's voice. I know she was there too. And she said, hey, stop, don't do it. And she called me by my government name, basically. Hunted him down. And then basically, he saw that I was there. He couldn't flee. He wanted to throw the stuff at me and punch me. But I dodged and gave him some punches. But then out of nowhere, it was like I got poisoned or something like that, because my vision was like blurry. I couldn't see anything anymore. I saw double and triple time. And he gave me some combos, and then the other brothers came and delivered me, basically. So I just see it as basically persecution, and also at the same time the Lord gonna deliver us out of all these things. This is what we have to. This should be our mentality in these last times that we're in these days to come, because we're gonna come in hard times. We're gonna come in times where it's gonna be like no escape, but the Lord gonna give us an escape, like it says in 1 Corinthians. Let's get there real quick. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 13, and it says, there is no temptation taken you but such as come to man. See, so no temptation is there out there that is not based known to man, but the Most High is faithful. So all that we go through is known to man, but the Most High is faithful. Yahawashi is loyal, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, so he won't give us anything that is above our strength. He's just gonna give us everything that we can handle, not anything that we can't handle, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape. See, but with the temptation of the trouble, he's gonna give us a way out, that ye may be able to bear. So basically, he's gonna try us for a while, and then he's gonna deliver us. That's what he's gonna do. See, and going to basically 2nd Ezra chapter 16, also out of the Apocrypha, and starting at verse 68, and it says, for behold, see, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols. So basically, they're going to try to push the chip on us. They're going to lock us up, like we were before, going to hunt us down, looks up and gonna try to push the chip on us. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and scorn, laughter and reproach. And when you go into the word reproach, basically means despise. Okay, let's look up the word reproach real quick. Reproach, rebuke, blame, see, censor, object of scorn or contempt, disregard, see, and blame, shame, disgrace, blame, bring up against, so it's basically despise. And this thing, let's what's the other word what I want to look up? It's like derision. Let's look up the derision. Derision, ridicule, mockery, see, mocking. So laughing about, mocking, laughing to scorn, see. So basically you're gonna be hated and laughed at and trodden underfoot. You're gonna be strong when Yahawashi gonna come back. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear Yahweh. So a mass amount of people gonna want to hunt us down because we fear Yahweh. There should be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. See? So they're gonna be like madmen without mercy, sparing none, won't have mercy, but spoiling us, robbing us of our stuff, and destroying us, killing us. Because when you go into what's destroy, like we read also in Matthew chapter 2, destroy, overthrow, lay waste, ruin, destroy, ravage, lay waste, tear down, okay, demolish. When we go into the Matthew chapter 2 again, let's look up the word destroy there. Matthew chapter 2 and verse, what was it? Right here, Matthew chapter 2 verse 13, and going down to the word destroy, basically. Destroy in the Greek.
Strong's G 622. Apollomy.
Apollomy, to destroy, to put out of the way, entirely abolish, to put an end to, ruin, to kill. See? So they're going to try to kill us, and that's the thing. So going back, there shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear Yahweh. See? For they shall waste and take away their goods. So this martial law is going to come in and going to take away your goods and cast them out of their houses. See? And after all these things, then shall it be known who am I chosen, and they shall be tried as a gold in the fire. So we're going to go to the fire, we're going to be tried, but the Lord is going to deliver us out of all. And because here comes the point. So we're going to go all through this fire, because we're going to Sirach 2 and 5. Matter of fact, let's go into that real quick. Let's matter of fact go there real quick. Go to the book of Sirach. Where is it? Where's the so like I think it's this one, Ben Sirah. Let me tap in real quick. Sirach chapter 2. Yeah. Let's do this. Chapter 7, 14. Let's get this real quick. See, this is why I wanted to basically. No, not a new intention. What the fuck, man? Let me get it real quick here. In the right here. Just don't like it how it's written in here, but let me get it real quick here. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, and verse 5, and it says, "For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity." So adversity, we're gonna go through adversity, the harsh times. Let's look at the adversity real quick. Adversity, condition of misfortune, hardship, difficulty, distress, see, difficult times. So we're going to go through difficult times, and we're going to be tried through these times, and then we're going to be chosen YAHAWAH. Okay, this is what you have to understand. The strength of Yahweh Yahawashi. And it says, "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith Yahweh, behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." See, so in all these visions, in some certain way, somehow it was delivered. It was spiritual power, supernatural strength through brothers. Okay. Yahweh Shemar is going to deliver us, even through angels, because we have to understand these angels around us and protecting us. Okay? Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide. The guide of them will keep my commandments and precepts, save Yahweh power. Let not your sins weigh you down, and let not iniquity lift up themselves. See? That's the thing. So basically, accept your sins, accept your mistakes, because iniquity is sins upon sin upon sin. Accept them, repent from them, and keep on moving, and keep on going the straight way. Like it says, just man falls 7 times will rise up again, rough paraphrasing. Okay, Proverbs 24:16. And also in the book of Baruch, it says, return to the Lord, seek him 10 times more, rough paraphrasing. Let me get it in effect, man. Let me read it on my sword real quick. The book of Baruch, chapter, what was it again? 4 in verse 28, and it says, for as it was your mind to go astray from the Most High, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. So we have to seek the Most High 10 times more. Just think so. The lesson was about just the visions, about persecution, and also deliverance, you know. So Yahweh said through the spirit power from YAHAWASHI, KABAD was lesson edifying. Yahweh said the next time YAHAWASHI, KABAD, BARAK, Shalom to the elect, HALALYAM, HAWAD, KABAD, THAWADAH. Love now YAHAWASHI, KABAD, YAHAWAH, KABAD, Shalom. Yahweh said to the next time, man. Shalom.